And he talks about just like the kindness he received toward the end of his life. So this, I believe he's trying to say thank you to somebody who took care of him or assisted him toward the end. And this appears to be like a father figure. And then he says we have jewelry in honor of his memory, or his. And then I feel he gives me the sign, my sign symbol for ashes as well. I know it's a silly sign looking symbol, but it just is what it is. But he gives me a sign symbol for ashes as well. So who is this to you? I would assume it's almost like a father figure that passes medically, but then he also had mentioned that maybe he couldn't communicate very well at the end, or you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Seems more of like can't communicate, but we'll see. I am doing wonderful. How are you, Miss Michelle? Let me know if this resonates with you and who this person is to you. Okay, cool. So we've got Michelle and George, and we are hopefully, if, as long as they don't get filtered, is this for anyone or a certain person? So I love that question. Even if you did not get your name called specifically, if you feel like you are being spoken to or receiving a message or energetically you're like, Kato, are you sure you're not talking about me? Then you can absolutely take it as a message for yourself. And then Michelle comes in and she confirms that it is her father. So he was right on with that father figure on the, who's right on with that father figure on the other side. How did he end up passing, my dear? Would absolutely love to know. Thank you for everyone that's saying hi to me during a reading. I have to be good though. I've got to behave myself in here. Can't just be saying hi. Can't just be doing things like saying hi. Hey, thanks Haley for posting. Oh, she says that he did pass away at home, so that's why he gives us that home signal. Okay, that totally makes sense. Were you taking care of him, or was somebody taking care of him right at the end of his life? And I love this because let's go ahead and zoom in on this again. Of course, if you're on Facebook, you get a cool view where you can actually see the parchment that I'm drawing. He tells us he's like a father figure. He even says that he passes at home, and he also says thank you. Thank you for, him being able to pass at home. I almost felt like it was optional or he made it just in time. So he couldn't talk or move when he passed away. And that just emphasizes when I said he had a hard time communicating. And this leads us to another, we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And then when I was making this little triangle over here, I was like, but it was definitely like difficulty communicating. And so this is awesome. And so Michelle also says, my mom cared for him until he passed away at home. So he's also saying thank you to your mom. I love this. Thank you for the one that was taking care of me. Beautiful, beautiful message to your mom. And he acknowledges that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And she's a retired registered nurse. What a good lady. Always in that line of duty. And do you have any ashes of his or any jewelry of his that he may have had in the physical world? Because that's the only other stone left unturned here, which is beautiful. So I absolutely love that your mom was taking care of him. I mean, that is true love, to be there medically taking care of them till the end. It's absolutely beautiful. And then Nixie on TikTok says, this really hits home. So she's definitely resonating with this reading, and you can absolutely take these as readings for yourself. All of his family was there while he ended up passing away. I love this. So it's not necessarily that he didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It was that we didn't physically get a chance to say goodbye, even though everybody was there at the end. He feels very comfortable. He feels like the end happened very quickly, so he didn't have to stay in a less than perfect state for too long. And the fact that he gets to pass it home, it's just somebody that's passed that's like, and this was pretty good, and this was pretty good, and this was actually pretty good. So this shows me something kind of really underlying had gone for a while, and kind of a scenario working out as best it could, to be honest. I love this. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for coming on with me, Michelle. He had progressive supranuclear palsy. Oh my goodness. And I was like, this is something that's going on for a while. Progressive supranuclear palsy. Okay, that doesn't even sound fun. Not gonna lie. Not even gonna sugarcoat it or say it some sweet way. That sounds terrible. Wow.